Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Bobbye Brooks on the line, and she's co-founder and CEO over at Media for Women Enterprises. Bobbye, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Adam. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate it.
So excited to get into Media for Women Enterprises and to learn more about what you do and how you're helping your clients. So just to kick us off, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Sure. Well, it's interesting because I'm a co-founder, and a friend of mine and I started this company in 2009. It was born out of, we were working with a lot of women. We're motivational speakers, and we're doing events and started doing a lot of social media. And one thing led to another, and we both have business backgrounds. And we started getting, if you think way back in, 10, 11 years ago, social media wasn't as necessary as it is today. So we were starting, we had a nonprofit that was growing, and we were beginning to use video marketing, and things just began to really grow. And so women were coming to us and asking us, how do you start a blog? How can we do this on our own? So we ended up starting this company that was originally for women, helping women entrepreneurs, and it just kind of exploded and went from, a women startup to corporate America. So,
wow.
Yeah.
What an amazing story. I love it. I love when things like this happen, when two people get together, they're out there to solve a problem or help people, and then things just kind of grow and they happen. Obviously, nothing just happens. I mean, obviously, it's execution, and I know that was not easy, because nothing's easy, even growth when people want to do business with you. I get that, but love the story. So that being said, what are the types of clients and or companies that are typically a good fit for Media for Women Enterprises?
Great question. That's been a real nice sweet spot for us over the years. We've been able to evolve with the industry. 10 years ago, we were one of the original kind of social media startup type marketing companies. Now it's pretty, common. So Media for Women diversified. We focus a lot on the small to medium-sized business for marketing, digital marketing, and really branding types of strategies. Obviously, we have a niche for women, and our heart is always for the entrepreneur, just helping the person who has an idea that wants to execute it. And we like to teach people how to do as much as they can themselves through training, education, and consulting. So anything that we can offer on our services with media marketing type services, we will outsource to other companies and partner with other companies to do that.
Where do you find that a lot of, and I know this is going to vary, by the way, from size of company, all the, the founder's experience, a lot of different things. But I do know, as long as you've been in this business, that certain themes tend to arise. What are some of those common themes of opportunity areas or challenges that you find that a lot of business owners have, but they can really be solved with the right guidance?
Great question. Again, this is one of those areas where, as we have seen technology just amazingly automate the marketing industry, one of the areas that we see a constant need in, that I even went back to school last year and actually took a class with Harvard Business School to become a certified business analyst. And the reason for that was primarily because of data. And today we'll find small business owners spending a fortune on Facebook ads or Google ads or, types of areas online that may not be the best for their budget. So an area of need that we're focusing on right now, and I see a future for it as well, is just understanding the budgets for companies and how they need to spend those marketing dollars for the right, return on investment for that money.
Wow, that's awesome. I love it. And I feel like having a command of the numbers is something that many businesses and founders struggle with. There's idea people, there's entrepreneur people, but now, especially as the budgets get bigger, especially with marketing and things like that, like it gets more and more, convoluted is not the right word. it just get like once upon a time before social media and digital marketing took over, like the CFO did the CFO's job, the product developer did the product developer's job. Everybody did, and then there was this like marketing department, right, quote unquote, that was on the magazine, and you just give it to them and they'll take care of it because they know marketing. Now everybody has to know a little bit of marketing, what's going on. The CFO has to make decisions based off of marketing. The CEO, obviously, like everybody does, and so it's become to where everybody has to have a little bit of marketing knowledge there.
Yes. And that's a great point, actually. And, we encourage people when we work with companies, especially if I'm consulting with a company, and you're exactly right, the executive team, they have to be careful between their personal, social media versus the professional, and LinkedIn is a big one that we promote and help people really, they'll set up a LinkedIn account, forget the password for 3 years and not do anything with it. And that could be a great place. As you know, it could be a great place for really networking with a real good niche in your, professional industry. So it goes down to every person on the team is working that type of online media professionally. I call it strategy. I believe in strategic marketing for sure.
That's so funny you say that, though, because I'm like, when you say, they set it up, then they lose their password for 3 years. I think you just called out some of my audience that are listening right now, and they're kind of feeling a little bit like their ego might be hurt a little, but it's okay, Bobbye. Like, whoever's listening to that, whoever's ego is hurt, they need to give Bobbye and her team a call because you need her. Your ego's hurting you right now for a reason because you don't know your 6-digit password.
I've learned, So a lot of this is from my own experience. I had a few extra accounts floating around out there I'd forgotten about. So we all can use a refresher. Yeah.
I love it. So that being said, Bobbye, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on Media for Women Enterprises, so 2-part question. Number one, are there any type of specific niches or industries that you prefer over others or that you do most of your work in? Number one. Number two, what's the best way for the correct people to follow up and or connect with you and your team?
Great. I appreciate that. First of all, probably our best niche is going to be, we have a product that we call Business in a Box. It's a turnkey, really nice little package for someone who is either, and now even in this economy right now, it's very affordable. It's got a payment plan and allows people to kind of in our niche, it's the person who is, it doesn't really matter what industry. Again, I'm probably looking at the entrepreneur or small to medium-sized business owner, or person who wants to publish a book or get out there and distribute that information somehow. That's kind of where I'm at, and I offer free consulting. You can go to media4women.com and sign up for a free consult. And from there, we have a really nice little package we're offering during the COVID crisis. We want to give, especially new people that are coming into maybe having to decide a change in their work life, we want to help them get through this time and transition into something that might be better for them and where they can make some money without waiting on their job to come back.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it, Bobbye. And what's the best way for them to reach out and to learn more?
Well, the website is a good place. We're on social media, media4women.com. And also, if you go to any of the social media sites, we have a lot of videos on YouTube. And if they just Google or put in media, the number 4 women, they're going to find us all over the place on Google for the last 10 years. We've done television, radio, and those types of areas we can help people get involved with for a lot less, than what it costs if you just kind of call up a TV station. But we want to help people get seen, get known, get heard, and at an affordable rate, and also see that money returned on what they're doing.
Man, that's exciting. I love it. So, Bobbye, thank you again for coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great work you're doing over at Media for Women. And to the audience, as always, thanks for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, and if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Marketing, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. I want to know what kind of things you're working on and what you have going on in your world. And Bobbye, thanks again for coming on the show.